Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Splatoon. In the last episode, we beat the main campaign of Splatoon. We defeated DJ Octavio and saved the Great Zapfish, and returned Inkopolis back to normal, as you can see up there on the tower right there. In today's episode, we're going to be taking a break from Octo Valley. I think we're pretty much done in that area, and we're going to be looking at another mode. Well, not really another single aspect of single player. I haven't really gotten a chance to cover yet. This is pretty much the last of the single-player content that I can pretty much show off in this game before we head into the multiplayer aspect of it, because as you guys can probably heard from the series, it's really best known for its multiplayer, and I kind of want to go in depth about the multiplayer aspect of Splatoon. I know this game is rather old, and there's probably not a lot of people playing it right now, but I still wanted to show it off. But the last thing we need to show off single-player route-wise is dealing with this Amiibo cartridge over here. Yeah, Splatoon was released with several Amiibo, the first one at least, and being the avid Amiibo collector that I am, I have all of them, and the Amiibo that are in question, it came in 3 packs. The first one came in a 3-pack, and there's 3 Amiibo that mainly focus on the single-player content of the game. That is the Inkling Girl Amiibo, the Inkling Boy Amiibo, and the Inkling Squid Amiibo. Now, these first ones that we had come in this color scheme, and they came in the 3-pack. And later on down the line, they released a brand new set of this 3-pack that came in a different color scheme. It's kind of like an inverted color scheme, where the Inkling Girl was green, the Inkling Boy was purple, and the Squid was orange. It's kind of different color scheme. I did pick those up too, because I thought they were weird enough that might as well, right? And the other set of Amiibo that came with Splatoon came on very late in its life. It was the Squid Sisters Amiibo, Callie and Marie. Now, these Amiibo are kind of rare to come by nowadays. Most of these are kind of rare to come by, but the Callie and Marie are especially really hard to find. They did do a real release of them not too long ago when Splatoon 3 launched, so you might be able to get them a little bit easier now, but back then they were like really sought after. But the original 3 Amiibo, the Inkling Girl, Inkling Boy, and the Squid Amiibo actually did some single-player content that you could do in the game. So if you come over here to the Amiibo cartridge over here, and you tap an Amiibo, I'm going to go ahead and tap in the Inkling Girl on my gamepad if it reads it. Please register owner Amiibo. Well, you know what? Let me go get one that is already registered. Okay, well, I've already used these Amiibo, I know for a fact. Let's go ahead and put them in. There we go. Now I don't have to do that whole registered user for the Amiibo nonsense. Oh, man, I thought I could get away with it. I forgot that they had to register the user on the Amiibo. Anyways, this is the Inkling Girl Amiibo. You can give the Amiibo a name. I named this one Ink Girl because I thought it was easier. Dude, let me tell you how so glad I am you called me. I'm picking up a fresh 5 from you. Tell me, are you a fan of the charger weapons? Because that's my kind of thing, making up challenges where you gotta use the chargers. Are you game? Come to think of it, you've been poking around down in Octo Valley, yeah? Yep, I saw you in that rad outfit fighting those things. It looked super fun. But you know what would be even radder? If you used a charger weapon. That's my challenge to you. Clear my missions with the charger, and I'll hook you up. Want to try the challenge? Okay, so, good. So basically, these are levels from the single player that you could play, but the gimmick is that you actually have to use a charger weapon, which is a weapon type that we haven't really covered. We haven't really covered very many weapon types. The only one we had was the splatter shot. So, there is a various amount of content you could do single players just on these Amiibo, and they pulled several levels from the campaign as well as the boss right here. These are the bosses that you could fight with the charger weapon, and if you complete all of them, you get a special set of armor that you could use in multiplayer. and as well as whenever you complete them, you get various rewards. I'm going to put them on screen whenever I'm talking about this, but I'm not going to be doing all these because it'll take forever. But just to let you guys know, if you do all of them, you do get rewards with weapons, or with namely armor, an armor set that you get. So we're going to go ahead and do the first level right here with the charger weapon. The charger weapon's kind of, to put it plainly, it's a sniper rifle. And it's a really good weapon. It's a long distance weapon that you can use to fire on enemies. You have to charge it up, as the name implies, charger, but it can snipe things from a distance. And it's really good for, scoping out enemies and taking them out real quick. But the thing is, though, you have to wait like a couple seconds to let it fully charge up. If you just fire it before it gets charged, it'll just, just go like that. It'll just squirt a little bit in the front of you. But if you let it charge all the way up, you can do a long distance shot. And this weapon is really good for, especially with taking out enemies long distance. That doesn't mean I'm very good at it. I actually am really crappy with the charger weapons. Now, you could use this to kind of just hide around here and just snipe them out like that and make your life a little bit easier. But yeah, the charger weapons, I've really never been really good at these weapons. I don't really use them as much in multiplayer. And I know a lot of people use charger weapons a lot earlier, or a lot easier too. You can only charge your weapon when you're standing out of your ink. You cannot charge and then you go into the ink. Otherwise, it'll have to redo your chargers, or your charge shot again. Later in the series, there will be certain charge shots that you can keep your charge while you're submerged in ink. So this isn't a problem too much later in the series. But as of right now, in the first game, you can only really use your charger weapon while you're standing outside the ink, which in turn kind of makes you vulnerable to enemies in oncoming shots and whatnot. Now, you can take them out real easily. The thing is, though, with these Amiibo challenges, the weapons they ask you to use during these single-player challenges are actually kind of broken because the levels are kind of designed to just have, the splatter shot in mind. But yeah, some of these levels can be beaten pretty easily with certain weapons like chargers. I'm gonna go ahead and throw a bomb here, and I'm just gonna go in. Booyah! You see, I just got him real quick. Yeah, that was pretty easy. You just defeat the enemies in one shot. But yeah, these chargers are pretty good. I'm not very good at these things. That's pretty much that in a nutshell. And I know I'm making excuses and stuff like that, but I really am not really good with charger weapons. And later in the series, oh gosh, there are certain levels and certain missions that just get kind of hairy with chargers, and it requires precise aim, and I'm not very good with them because unlike some other folk, I don't play with motion controls on. As you can probably tell when we changed it out here, I don't really like using motion controls on aiming. I know it's probably the best method you could use to make your game easier, but I prefer stick. I've always been that way. I'm not a tilt player. I don't really like using motion controls that much because, well, I don't know. I get tired real easily, so I don't really want to use my motion controls when I'm playing like a multiplayer game or whatever. But yeah, well, that's pretty much that. But that's mostly the Squid Girls challenges, is to use the charger weapons during select levels. They don't use all the levels in mind, but they do do a select amount of them. And you do get a lot of rewards for doing so whenever you beat all the challenges. You get a bunch of cool gear, and I really do like it because it incentivizes you to try out these different weapons and whatnot. The only thing I really wish this wasn't locked behind Amiibo content. I know that's always been a kind of a controversial thing, is locking certain content behind Amiibo, and especially with Nintendo products. And this is kind of one of those things I kind of wish it wasn't locked, because it is kind of cool to get. If you want to get all the gear, you're gonna have to shell out lots of money to get these figures. And I get it, a lot of people don't do it, especially when later games do it with prime example of this is Twilight Princess, when Twilight Princess brought out the Wolf League Amiibo. But it is what it is. It's just a product of their time, and Well, the Splatoon Amiibo were kind of really popular back in the day, so a lot of people did pick them up. So they were really kind of good. A lot of people did have them, but as the install base of like Nintendo fans with Amiibos came in the line, it really kind of showed its problem. It wasn't really vocalized too much during the day because this was the Wii U and not many people bought a Wii U. But yeah, that's pretty much that in a nutshell. I didn't really mention this when we completed a level again. After you beat a level, the Zapfish changes. It's actually a doll now, as you can tell. It's like a cute little stuffed doll of a Zapfish. So I thought that was pretty cool. We never really replayed a level very much, except like one time, but I didn't really mention it there. But once you complete the level, you get some money towards Inkopolis here. OMG, you really did it. Here you go. This is the reward I promised. And as soon as you complete it, you get to see a little light bulb above it. Now, you have to go and complete all the gear on a row in order to get certain gear. I think, like I said, you do get gear for multiplayer, and I do believe you get a weapon for it, too. So it's worth doing all these. I'm going to go show you what all these are, but I'm not going to be doing this because it'll take forever. So let's go ahead and let the Inkling girl go to bed. And we're going to bring out the Inkling boy. Sup, playa? Thanks a ton for calling me up. I heard you've been making waves around the city, and I've got an inkling that you're the type of Inkling who's for a challenge. I love the pun there. Want to give one of my roller challenges a go? I heard you've been doing work in Octo Valley, wearing that crazy get-up, wrecking Octo Bros and junk. That's when I knew for sure that you've got what it takes to try my challenges. All you gotta do is beat the same missions using the roller weapon. So are you game? I've got some dope rewards lined up if you could pull it off. So this is basically the same as the Inkling Girl, except this is the roller. The roller is a different type of weapons, and I'm gonna actually choose. Let's do the Kelp Dome Showdown. Let's do that one. Why not, right? Different level than the last one. The roller is by far one of my favorite weapons in this game. I love the roller. It's a close distance attack weapon. It's a giant paint roller. And you can use this to kind of, spread ink all over the floor and whatnot. I'm going to go ahead and skip this because we already, fought the Octolings. But you can use this to do a massive attack to attack them real quick. And you can fling it like coming out of the ink and quickly take them out real quick. It does a lot of damage whenever someone's hit with a roller. And you can use this to cover ink. It's really good for turf war. It's really slow weapon, and it's really just used for close range stuff. But it is really roller is like one of my favorite weapons. I love it to get it. I got a funny story about the global test fire, which was basically the demo of this game when this game was coming out. A lot of people thought the roller was an overpowered weapon back in the day, and I can see why. It was really strong back then, but of course it got nerfed to heck over the years, and it's not as good as it used to be, but it's still by far one of my favorite go-to weapons in this game, and I love it to death. It splashes a lot of ink all over the floor and everything, and it's just worth playing. And, it's one of my favorite things to just go around doing that. You can roll into enemies. Like so. Yeah, don't kill me. I don't want to show this off. It'd be embarrassed, man. Okay. All right, Octoling, where are you at? There you are. Go ahead and get you out there. There we go. But yeah, you can use the roller to kind of just spread your ink like this and just keep on rolling. And you can actually use this to kind of just run into enemies too, and they'll just kill the enemies right then and there. So that's pretty cool. You could use that to do that. All right, so let's get over to where the end level is here. Just kind of go over there. But yeah, that's pretty much the roller in general. It's just a neat weapon. I really like using it, and it's mostly just a close range weapon. You can use it to kind of sneak up on enemies, to hide in ink, and just come out and bam, just kill them out real quick like that. And it's really just worth just taking them out like that. Yeah, come on, get over here. Quit moving. There you go. Yeah. But that's pretty much that. Let's go ahead and end the level here and just call it a day. But yeah, that's the roller. And that's pretty much what the Inkling Boy Amiibo's challenges are, is completing the same set of challenges, kind of say different levels that they pick out, and they ask you to beat it with the roller. Again, just like the Inkling Girl, you get special loot if you do beat all the levels and the bosses with them. You do get special gear, and you get a special weapon, I do believe, if I remember correctly. But that's pretty much that. That's pretty much that. So let's go ahead and move over to the Inkling Squid Amiibo. Why, hello there, friendo. Thank you so kindly for summoning me here. I can see that you're just itching for some way to test your skills. Well, I've been thinking of some challenges that might float your boat. What do you say? Think you're up to the task? Bye, I hear you've been making quite a splash over in Octo Valley. In fact, I saw you at it, wearing outlandish gear and fighting odd creatures. I think it proves you have what it takes to attempt my challenges. What do you have to lose? I have some nice rewards for you if you win. What do you want to make an attempt of the challenges? So, pretty much these are different challenges that the Inkling, the Squid actually has like 2 different sets of challenges you can do. Again, it's just like the Inkling Boy and Inkling Girl, where if you complete all these, you get special gear and a special weapon upon defeating it. But the Squid has 2 different challenges. One is a speed run, and the other one is a limited ink challenges. And I'll go over both of them here in just a second. But we're just going to go ahead and do this one, the Lair of the Octoballs, because this is the first one of the speed run challenges. But you're probably wondering what weapon this Squid makes you do. They actually make you do something. Actually do something here. You have to beat the level in quite an amount of time is allotted there. But as soon as you go into ink, you become a Kraken, which is a special, and some of the weapons used in multiplayer. Krakens are basically invincible creatures that just kind of just go around the floor and just cause a torrent wave, and they just just plow through things real fast. And since you are a Kraken, you don't have to shoot your gun in order to leave ink behind. So this is kind of an easy way to get through these levels real quickly, and just use the jump button to kind of just do attack. You can kill pretty much everything in store here. And as you can see, you are invincible when you're in this state. As long as you're in Squid form, you are invincible. So yeah, just keep going as fast as you can. Just swim up the levels and everything else. This is nothing more than just a speedrun challenges that you're supposed to do. You've got a lot of time that you need to go through the level real quick. Now, granted, the time is pretty lenient. They have a pretty lenient time. They give you like 2.5 minutes, which most levels you can beat in like 2.5 minutes. So, unless you're having trouble with a certain thing. But yeah, you just come up here and you just kind of go up as fast as you can and get to the checkpoint. And then just break all the boxes down here. I'm gonna go ahead and take out these Octoballs and get my next thing here. And get to the next launch pad. Yeah, that's pretty much that. That's the first of these 2 challenges here. And you gotta be careful if you fall down. Because the timer actually, if you do die, the timer doesn't stop. So you gotta be very careful whenever you're doing that. So let's just go ahead and climb up the wall here. Go as fast as I can. Kill the Octarians while I'm doing that and complete the level. That was pretty easy. Defeat the Octo Layers. Splat your way to victory. But yeah, that's pretty much the first speedrun challenge of the Squid Amiibos challenges here. Now, the second thing that he does, he just doesn't have one thing. He has another one that's called a limited ink challenge. We're going to go ahead and do this one, the Floating Sponge Garden. Let's do that one. Now, this one is very hard. These challenges are very hard. You only have a limited amount of ink as represented on the lower left-hand part of the screen. That is how much ink you have to beat the level. So you have to be very conservative with how much ink you use in a level. Whether or not you can use it to, die, or, or just be careful on what enemies you actually use your ink on. Because if you cannot beat the level, well, you're going to have to start over again. I'm going to go ahead and kind of be careful. Just let me get away from me. There we go. Okay. You got to use this on the ink here. It'd probably be best if you didn't use your ink all to make the sponge all the way up. But yeah, just that's the whole point of these challenges, is to kind of just be very conservative with your ink here. Go ahead and hit it one more time. There we go. Climb up here. There we go. Okay. You just got to be very careful on how you use your ink. Okay. Yep, there we go. Just like try to not to use up all as much as I can on those things. I get really nervous with these challenges. These are by far the hardest part of these challenges here. Okay, jump here. Watch out for the octoballs. Go. No. Go away. Don't do that. No, no, no. Okay. Now I got those octoballs out of the way. Hopefully that won't be too bad. Let's get up there. Probably not gonna make it. Okay. Jump. 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 There we go. Watch out for octoballs. Whoa! Man. Let's get to the final check. Nope. Not the final check. Yeah. Come on, get up there. Get up there. There we go. Okay. See, as you can see, like, I don't have very much ink left. So, gotta be very careful here. Yeah. Dang it, I missed. I missed. Okay. God. Oh God. But yeah, as you can see, these challenges can get rather nerve-wracking if I'm not too careful. But there we go. I mean, that's pretty much that in a nutshell. But you can see how the level is. As alas is not to be, but perhaps next time you will succeed. Yeah, I know. That was kind of a hard level. I always hate doing the limited ink challenges. But yeah, that's pretty much that. So that's pretty much that for that amiibo. The other two amiibo that we have, let's go ahead and use them, is actually a special Callie Marie amiibo. So let's try Callie's amiibo first. There we go. Hold on to your tenta. Wait, where's Marie? And where am I? I was just about to play a show, and the next thing I knew, I showed up here. Say, you don't want to hear me sing, do you? I'm taking a request. Got a request for me? And actually, Callie and Marie are special amiibo. They just flat out give you the sound test. They play certain, songs that they play during the game. And a lot of the music is actually pretty cool, but that's not the only thing. As soon as you pick, let's just choose Calamari Incantation. As soon as you play it, they start playing, a Splatfest theme of it. Splatfest was a special event that was held and during the multiplayer segment of the lifespan of Splatoon 1, and it kind of changed how Inkopolis looked, and you had special shows like with Callie and Marie and everything else. They played during the concert during Splatfest, and you can choose your team, and I'll go into more detail about it later because there's actually a video I was going to go over. But whenever you have the Callie Marie amiibo, equipped, you actually wear the Callie Splatfest shirt that he had for the last Splatfest. And that's actually pretty cool. I really like that. And you can just listen to the music and everything and whatnot. And you can see Callie and Marie are dancing up on the truck there. So that's pretty cool. But that's pretty much that. Now, Marie does the same thing. So let's go ahead back to the Splatoon thing here. If you push plus, you can actually go back and change the amiibo out. Okay, it says, thanks for listening. Want another performance? Let's go ahead and change the amiibo here. Let's go ahead and put Marie on. There we go. Hello, Inkopolis. Marie's here to rock you. Wait, who are you? And what am I doing in this tacky box? Whatever. I've played worse venues than this, so what you want to hear? So let's go ahead. Marie does the same thing as Callie. So let's go ahead and do Tide Goes Out. I like that song too. And again, just like Callie, it just changes Inkopolis to the Splatfest themed concert. But instead of Callie's shirt, you have Marie's shirt on that you had from the Splatfest. And just like that, you know, Marie's up there singing. And Callie's just, you know, just sitting there chilling. But yeah, that's pretty much that. That's pretty much all the amiibo in the game that you could use. Other amiibo from other Splatoon series can actually be used in tandem with this game. Like, I do believe that the Splatoon 2 amiibo work, as well as the Splatoon 3 amiibo, I think. The Inkling amiibos that can be used there. And you can use them in the Smash Inkling amiibo can be used as well in this game. So that's pretty much that in a nutshell. Yeah, that's all the amiibo content that Splatoon 1 has to offer here. But that's pretty much that in a nutshell. So in the next episode of Let's Play Splatoon, we will be beginning our trek through the multiplayer of this game. Now, I have to go over a few things with the multiplayer before we even start playing multiplayer. And that's what the next episode is going to kind of ensue. So, with that, I will see you guys in the next episode.